well thought out. So you can break through the defenses of Boom.
One map away from getting that extra point.
For some of these players.
Ooh, fade eye that's meant to go on the corner to spot under. Not too bad.
2 kills found, entry power
yeah, DFM definitely have a weird comp on this map. Like, no info sentinel becomes really hard. Honestly, attack and defense in my opinion. But obviously you can make it up with the amount of prowlers, fade eyes, info that you can get.
Looking for a timing out on Cat, ends up falling to the wayside. So solid headshot there from Art. Brings us back into a 3v3, but
nice shot.
NC Slasher, right as I say that, goes ahead and resecures player advantage. Art with a third though. Oh, to be damned.
Damn,
this guy's
dude.
a ghost gamer. A 4K potentially.
This is one popping everyone.
Disconnected from the rest of his other player, I should say, is GN. Slowly creeping his way across in towards market, nearly getting caught off guard. Backpedaling frantically. No, plants his feet. Ends up dying.
Oh, dude, and you could see he was super aware that the push was coming from behind, and that reposition close left or right, depending on how you're looking at it, is insane. Dude, is that not not another 1v2 from him on the pistol? That's so devastating. It might have been against the same too.
Again, you know, I talked about very early on that the util difference has to be there for DFM. It's
at least the 1v1 at the end was hard.
DOS9 has the backup from his Tejo, has DFM caught in an awkward spot. They don't have a response with their util, whether that be a prowler or some salvos of their own to keep that
it was May last time. Okay,
at the front of A main under control. And then they spread the map too much. GN out in Narnia gets caught in transition. Could have just slid into B site maybe, but they had no idea where Berserks was, and they paid the price. I mean, credit to Art.
Yeah, again, had to try to stay alive a little bit.
In 1 round, 1 pistol. He's nearly got as many kills as he had on the entire
the late takeover towards A main, and I mean, Boom can't really feel comfy sticking around in like the mains. Like this util is just insane for wrecking you. So
a pistol round loss that they're going to be kicking
they need to be
over.
a little bit proactive. You'll see it on the buy rounds more. Like when they lose map control, being like more proactive, like getting info around the map.
It's like me when I order a large pizza. It's so close, but I can't quite get that last slice down.
But then you have pizza for tomorrow.
Yeah. So maybe it's not the same. Somebody comes, they take the pizza away at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Hey, Zico's not too bad.
Damage here as well, some scouting on
Oh boy, this is the gun now.
A bit of collat damage, but not collat
yeah,
kill.
Zico's
GN does manage to go ahead and make this a bit more costly.
Yeah, had a bit of potential.
Door shut, NC Slasher dead.
Still has potential.
Finds a headshot, and this is a hell of a round now here for the side of DFM. May up close, looking for a little bit more. Can't quite
good damage
happen,
though.
But still very solid.
Like for sure, good damage. Everyone here bought. They got 3 rebuys or at least weaker guns for the
I mean, it looked
bonus.
like it was going to be pretty disastrous, but the classics for GN and May come alive to find 3 kills. You know, you get the info, you get the spot from Shiro on all these players coming through tree. Not that it was much of a mystery to begin with, but they still couldn't connect more than just 1 Marshall shot. That opens up the opportunity there for GN to do some damage. No plant comes through, but a lot of
so many Joes to Stingers yesterday. I do wonder if like loads of people are starting to use the Stinger more because of watching pro play.
For him. You can see this time
They're
deeper
I mean,
salvos of,
I think that's good though.
Flash out as well.
Holding the angle, and Famous
I know Riot definitely look at rank stats more than pro play stuff.
Not gonna fall for the fake out,
nice shot. My goodness.
Just absolutely insane.
Bro, he's pumped about it.
Heater of a headshot. 2
Great
players on
shot
the floor.
though.
TP's over. Does he have a third? It's against May.
He's smiling.
Dude, he's smiling the whole time. Knows he's gonna hit it.
And we'll go ahead and separate them here for the moment.
Boo.
Tucks into
That
pizza.
great reposition. Dude,
Dude,
look at him go. They gotta actually let him go for this. It would be such a clip.
Oh boy.
You gotta save.
Yep.
Thing is, Boom, they're pretty much they pretty much play some of the.
They're gonna go for it. I mean,
again,
DFM
the Valorant that makes the most sense. So
the sense of,
they're not gonna let him go for it.
Yes.
Bambino, hello mate. Dude, why is everyone asking this? Thank you for the 50 mums.
I swear.
Dude, 50 mums as well, Bambino. That's nuts, mate. Hope you're doing well, bro. Thank you for the tier 1.
Wouldn't shock me.
And NQ Woo 1 with the prime as well. Thank you for the 3 mums. Thank you for that. I said if they win Masters, I'll do it. We don't give him out lightly.
What else do I say?
Do they have to
I don't know what you
save?
do. He's going to get another one here, I swear.
Oh my goodness.
He's got a 4K.
Oh god, man. It's their first buy rounds.
They get the weapon upgrades. A bonus conversion.
What about playoffs? See, the thing is,
That's a backbreaker.
I have too much respect for
absolutely
them
devastating stuff.
that I'm setting
I
the
mean,
bar higher
Famous
for
is
them.
just winning some peaks.
Because I think there's a good chance they can win playoffs.
Shuts down Jinbung and GN. May's not ready for him to be tucked into pizza after the Vice Wall. I was booing the Vice Wall from stopping that fight, and then it just didn't matter. But that's a toughie.
Well, let's see if these sheriffs can sing the same way that Famous just did.
Well, that stun wrecked them.
Clear on the 0 point.
Just look at the confidence from Boom.
But again,
they know that
DFM has so much
DFM's
util to be able to
this,
fight
so they've got a player in Wine. Well, okay, they're going to move back towards the site. They're a little unsure if, because of this pause from DFM, if they have actually
didn't get a chance to use it last round.
It's going to leave DOS9 in Wine. Try to challenge him in that direction.
Cut noise nicely. Jinbung being in this position,
DOS9 still has Omen Flash.
Likely clustered up here as shot over towards May.
Well,
DOS9 out from Wine, able to find one gen, going to be taken down.
I don't like how Boom played this though.
They set here for anything that they can possibly get. Jinbung getting a nice shot.
Yeah, you shouldn't really be playing it.
Looks for a little bit more.
We spoke about this before, and again, even when I was in Liquid, we had a strong rule about this: is if you're gonna play like this against an anti-eco, you have to have 3 here. Like you have to have 3 people fighting a main like 2-1. Because you just give them a gun. It's very hard to trade it, so you're pretty much just all in on that first duel anyway. So against an eco, oh boy.
Now they're separated as they go for the swing out.
You can't really play Wine.
Just Jinbung here. Behind the generator, swings in the flash, not going to connect, but nor do any of these bullets. Launch over the top, looking for a timing off of that, gets the ping reveal. Tiny a bit of damage through, and Jinbung will be able to find the headshot to close out the round.
This is nice though. 2 save guns managed to win this round. Yeah, just an overall mistake from Boom again. I don't think you should ever be playing like this against an eco.
The patience there pays off.
It's such a especially when you're taking first contact from Wine. It's such a
This was a little ill-advised of a swing. Tried to wide swing it, see if he
It's such a one and done, to be honest.
Keep that outlaw from landing at shots.
Unless they take contact on site, then you're going to get multi. But
some nice play at the end by Jinbung, using that generator very effectively to make sure that outlaw is going to have a tough time connecting. But man, oh man. Very, very close at the end again for DFM. A little bit of a spot. As May is trying to creep his way forward in towards mid. Famous, of course, into the operator already. Jinbung.
Start looking at the money a little bit because 2 people that can't buy next.
Oh. The op though still, I believe, disguised.
And honestly, these 2 wouldn't be able to buy next either.
He's going to pull
it kind of is 2 and 2.
Over pursue. Gate crash, I believe, actually gets caught there in main, so it's not a very deep exit at all.
Yeah, that's nice info though.
Just a check of A
clear of A main.
DOS9
Might start leaning a little bit heavier over towards B, especially with that.
Well,
1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Didn't look right.
Ooh, he didn't see GN.
Yeah, maybe not quite there.
Didn't look right. Dude, it would out everyone.
Lurk going on here. Either way, though, sheer wall still set up.
Okay, no backup plan for them. They got a 5-person sprint over towards short.
30 seconds now remaining.
Oh boy. Dude, NC Slasher faces. Guys, you got 20 seconds. The Spike's face in middle at 20 seconds. The Spike's going solo middle at 20 seconds. We can't be playing like this. We can't be playing Valorant like this. What's my Spike doing? Where's my Spike going? Guys, what is this?
Stay tucked, try to hold on to the guns, but Shiro is going to look to try to flush him out. Little spot out here. As shots flying his way, Shiro does get a headshot, I believe, actually, with a wild spray, but is still going to be able to find the kill. So no second round yet found here for the side of DFM.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great info gathering round for Boom. They're doing a really nice job of using their ults to figure out where the main stack of DFM is. Then you can get that op into the right spots. Famous doing a great job shutting down Mei in mid, pivoting back over to B main. Stop any hope for DFM. Such a smart player and very effective with the snipers. DFM has enough for a couple rifles.
Big change up from Boom.
Sheriff for art.
I didn't see where the wall was here, right? On this round. And then they lost middle on the round before, and so they put the wall over towards middle. So they can get info.
DFM. Shiro doing a beautiful job. Getting a lot
So I think they're doing a good job of like changing up the wall, especially over towards middle. Like if they don't have to worry about that. I was having a conversation with Minnie about this.
Spotted out there.
I think the wall over towards middle is like really good, whereas a lot of people will kind of see it as like a waste. But I think it's so hard to go default it that honestly the wall middle is great. And I think that your sights are so strong anyway with like Vice forms that I don't think you need the wall on sight. And I think this is easy to like punish as well at middle.
And it's too late. He's already basically taken over 2 rounds with it.
It's in.
You're gonna have to take an early timeout, I suspect. GN's just in trouble.
Paranoia does connect. Not point blank enough for him to really have vision. So gonna be a flawless round here as Boom moves up 5-1. And we'll keep an eye on the timer here.
That's what I agree with saying.
But for now,
and then if they do it twice in a row, then you punish them.
I mean, it's a little bit hard on this attacking side with an Astra. Sometimes you're going to tip your hand with where you're placing those early stars. It's tough for them to kind of cut off some of these angles with smokes. They're not coming up in time either.
Not sure an op should be getting this much value against triple initiator.
Some impact as well, on top of just them getting shut down. Just might have to just go
Probably need to be using more util.
Trying to set up Mei with the Blade Storm. Just have the Vice Wall to get over. Oh,
fully flashed up. Comes backward and then it's just out into the open. Berserk is able to collect that. As Recon gets a ping out onto 2 as well. Every twisted turn, everything taken here out of their hands.
Did the crouch save him?
Stabilize, finds the killer. All the Famous puts the op on the floor for the time being.
Shiro watching from deep though. Prowler's not going to check him. So if they were trying to go and scoop that sniper up, plus they have DOS9 up at top mid, I mean, DFM has no hope and they know it of trying to upgrade a gun.
Well.
They just have to try to brute force their way through.
Oh my, okay. Dude, the higher lower just doesn't get much these days, does it?
Headshot coming across. Slow tuck and creep here from Akame, looking for that fourth, but cannot make it happen. Solid effort here, but still no closer to finding the round win. Op is carried over, doesn't need to be. You got so many players damn near cash cap, but it looks like this time getting ready to go to the next buy round. This is where DFM look to pump the brakes.
Yeah, I mean, just great stall util. Mei trying to find the way through, cannot. Vice util, the flashes, everything. Just making it impossible for him. And then boom, right there. Finish what they started with the util. I mean, Akame hit some nice
to qualify
util that
for
you have to worry about, that you have to think about, that you're not
I mean,
exactly sure where it's going to be set up. Now, you did get a read on where they're setting it up at B in that previous round, so if you can find ways to
it would be the most
clear that early,
historical run.
Teho util, or, but you don't have a Yoru clone, for example.
Like it would have to be.
So that's kind of problematic,
you know what Crew did in
set up at an angle like that.
Kickoff? It would pretty much have to be that, but maybe like times 2.
Oh dear God.
Because all the teams are involved.
And they have
in last chance qualifier, they had 3 of the best teams not involved.
They need a smoke there.
In stage 2, all of the best teams would be there.
Because Jinbun's just stuck.
So it would
Who knows it?
It would be a lot harder than the Crew run.
Has him pinned in here for the moment. DFM, they want to try to create pressure elsewhere on the map, but great positions to do that.
I'll find you.
On the check-in towards market. Notes that it's cleared.
Go on a run. Dude, how insane was it that we had him go on such a run about going on a run, and then they actually went on a run?
Boom, that this is going to be an
It couldn't be.
Push.
How do we get that? Like, how is that so perfect?
Towards the catwalk, so.
All set up. Thorns cleared
Okay,
out.
this gives them a good chance to rotate over here, but honestly there isn't much to help them apart from maybe Berserks, but to use his ult, but obviously the KO ult cancels this. Dude, you got the tail ult just in between the pulses of the wave. It's kind of nuts. Yeah, I tried to help him out. Famous is jumping off his short. Kills. Oh no, he's going to get so much info. They're going to know about this guy in B main. Yeah, it's going to deal with the B main guy.
In his direction, the flash connecting, tries to tuck back here around the corner. He goes for the exit. He's out into the open. And it's just a firing squad.
Dude, they handle this so well. Famous is just farming. He's making this look way too easy.
I mean, the protocols for Boom are just too good. You know, you've got that vice wall there for the B hit, and it buys tons of time.
It's the first time I've seen the phone stuff in third person.
Trapped. We're able to deal with that. You use the mask to figure out where May is. Make it so he is in a spot where he has no good decisions to make, trying to get out of there. Tries to go for the shorty play in the smoke. Jumps out on the wrong side.
It's nice shots, though.
Slasher. Very good. Very good with the rifles there. You can see the confidence is just through the roof for Boom, and as it should be.
Is Des even here? No, he's
an op pickup.
He's just sleeping.
DFM. Couldn't find any value.
Unknown to what's going down.
Okay, good. That's step one, but now Boom is just ahead of the curve. They've got the vice wall over here. Oh no.
Art's just caught here at main.
Chemiyuki. Oh no, not this again. Chemiyuki, thank you so much. Appreciate the 7 gifted. Thank you, Chemiyuki. I appreciate you, dude.
On that spike, Jinbung hits a hell of a shot. He's out DOS9.
And there's the 1. Thank you so much for the 1 gifted as well, Chemiyuki. Thank you for the 7. Thank you for the 1.
Here, but still, operator
just changing and inventing matters with gifted.
Does go ahead and go for a reposition.
Dude, 673 as well, man. Crazy numbers, bro. I really do appreciate the support as well, man. It is mad what you're doing.
Type execute here.
So thank you so much, dude. Oh no.
Is it just gonna, okay, Hunter's Fury opened up, and that's Akame dead.
3-person heaven? Oh, it's 2-person.
He's locked in. Tien does manage to find one. Up and over the top of the wall. Berserk's gonna be put down. May checks out the rest of the site. Nothing gonna be spotted. Shiro dodging the C's as the door gets shut. Catches a glimpse though, and May swung out a little bit too wide. Ends up falling down. Now Famous rejoins the off right there in hand. He'll volley his teammate. Will NC Slasher, but something tells me they're not that bothered by it.
No.
No, they're having way too much fun as well.
At the end of that round, knowing they had him dead to rights.
Can't cover this.
I'm going to be there for Famous one way or another. Yeah, that's a nice shot from Jinbung, but again, they have a great read, great timing.
Here into the nightfall, send the Hunter's Fury.
Yep. Pretty great how Boom has these ideas set up behind this Vice util. And they just are just dominating at the point of attack here. This time, just getting ahead of their opponent's Tejo.
Guys, we've got so much util. I'm not sure we need to do that stuff.
They trying to battle this out. Catches a glimpse and finds the headshot.
It's nice though. Goes from right to left to sees early.
Trains it back. I mean, the one around DFM.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I want to see.
Damn near a thrifty. Maybe they can find another one here. DOS9 did not mean the TP there. He was trying to get back to the
cam.
And the facial expression tells all.
On a deeper Vice wall this time. So if you peek the angle.
A bit more offset, but doesn't manage to get the information on the position. DOS9 still sticking around here.
Recon over towards middle.
It's going to be GN put down.
The DFM have given up with doing stuff together now. They're just solo swinging.
Well,
it's working out.
Making a go of it. A 3v2, Akame at 30 HP. Spike getting ready to get planted as the Prowler able to spot one, but Jinbung going to be taken down. Shiro immediately breaking the window. Plant is in. May disconnecting back over in towards main, checking around the flank.
Recon.
Sure.
It's going to be the only thing to help them out.
A 0 point here from Akame could tell all, but he doesn't want to give up the position.
Has the fragment too.
Scanning ahead.
Dart not locating him here. May catching a glimpse, trying to keep eyes trained on him. Try to keep Akame protected so that he can try to go for something, but it's being watched. It all comes down to May now. The time on his side, dashes across, gets him off the plant. Swings back out for it, but the time is
time
not
on
there.
this.
DFM,
Nicely done from May.
they win the round.
God, they win, but
Awesome
it's
everything.
like it's so close. Obviously, it's a nice thrifty
8-2
from them.
as they pull off the thrifty. A 4-8
They got,
scoreline, the best that they can hope for here on this attack.
Yeah,
They got no money if they lose this.
A good find for May. Get that operator out of play. Opens up a bit of space for them in mid so they can come through tree relatively safely. Kame still hitting some good shots. May with another good Marshall shot. May plays this pretty well at the end with the dash. Knows the time is ticking down, can go to the other side. Just try to outlast his opponent and does. Still though, like you said earlier, the money is deep for the side of Boom, so they could still buy up into this operator. Oh my.
Okay, just gonna be a peek out of the smoke. Shiro able to find Art at the same time.
He doesn't even TP out. He wants more.
May, the shorty swap, but he's just surrounded. He doesn't even know it. DOS9 up over the top here.
This bait's sick though.
Such an off-kilter spot that people rarely play. Can't really blame May for not expecting it, but Boom just up the aggression, up the ante, go on these peaks, continue to play with confidence. And they are rewarded for it as they look to lock in at least a 9th round here.
Definitely looking very good for Boom. GN just trying to clear that angle. There were some danger pings there, but DOS9 had already TP'd out. They just have no idea. And he's not in that spot anymore because they can play with the safety of
Yeah,
the
for the
info
one
from
pass
the double
and
initiators
Astra
and the
fake
Vice
over
utility
towards A.
on both sides of the map respectively. So
I mean, why not? Yeah, what's going on?
probably got to. You don't need to save. You got the money, but it's going to be tough.
Spotted each other.
30 seconds left.
Thorns out once again, though, the two remaining players. I mean, there's still worlds apart from one another. Jinboom.
Retrieving.
Would have been a good idea to try to set up. Okay, the Haunt, I was going to say the Haunt into market, but Jen does manage to go ahead and swing around to find DOS9.
Dude, they're going to win this round.
Gets the setup hit. Shiro taken down. Jen
No.
off the angle for a brief little moment, but the Prowler goes through. Notes him. Seems like they want to try to fight out. Able to find one more. NC Slasher now. Caught here by the Seas. Full shots coming his way. Salvos at the ready. One towards alley, one on the stairs. Concuss, no bounce, no hit.
Like this wrap.
Yep, working against them. Like you said, the wraparound is looking damn good. We got there at boats. Tien with a 4K.
He actually owned him in the 2v4. They were so short that they would be playing together. So when this guy showed a B main, they just weren't expecting to get in the middle.
Scrape together some impressive individual moments. This crunch early nets 2. It's a 3v5. In fact, a 2v5 there, a 2v4 there. Good Nova Pulse. Jinbook, great job with that Prowler to check alley after it had been turned away from by GN just to make sure. And that awareness probably saved them that round potentially. And a nice wrap, good timing from GN.
Oh, okay, well,
Oh, might get
look
full
at the
here.
tempo.
My
Goes ahead and
goodness,
slices and dices too. Famous at DOS9, both
DOS9.
taken down.
With the TP
May
into the
absolutely
smoke.
rapid
Oh
with
my.
it. Looking for the fourth.
He's just trying to make sure he's really hard
Gets
to
the
hit.
damage in, but doesn't end up falling. But my God, what an effort.
I mean, with the plan, he gets ult as well. It
Get
should be
DFM
impossible retake.
Well poised.
Planted.
Close out a 4th round here on the attack. Berserks
I mean, it's a good recovery.
now needing
Maybe.
to do absolutely everything. A 1v4 to get that 9-3.
He's just waiting for that lurk, but it's going to maybe show up just a bit too late for him to really have the ability to care. He has to start making his way forward. Here comes Jinboong.
And there you go. Puts him down 8-4 at the half. 3 in a row from the side of DFM to close this out. I want to see the replay because that was nutty from May.
Oh, he's
That was nice,
when
yeah.
he's on. I mean, he's just one of the best in the business.
Did
This
he
one
even
here.
called it? Like, that was him There was him
I love
seeing the
these repeats,
TP.
too, the way he like looks
It
down
felt like
and pops back up.
Yeah, it felt like
Get that
everyone
head
from
hit
his
in a
team
little bit
didn't
more.
realize.
But yeah, I mean, okay. They finally win that util battle at A main. They get 3 rounds in a row. That's not a bad attacker side. It didn't look like it was going to be a good one.
I mean, they rescued it based on how everything was trending.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I mean, at a point, it was 8-1.
Yeah.
So, definitely able to run it back a bit here, but again, it needs to start here from this pistol. All 3 so far have just been Greek tragedies for DFM. Yeah. They've gotten so very close, but in the end, everyone's dead.
Right. It's just a lot of the clutches, a lot of the 1v1s have been going the way of Boom. And their macro game has, especially when Boom is on the defender side, generally looked better. So the real question is, you know, how good is this defender side for DFM on this map? You would expect it's pretty solid, but you're not running a Sentinel. So you have to rely, again, on these contact plays, on that info from your initiators to make sure you're very diligent, you're very aware of the movements of your opponents. And it's not like, you know, with the way that Boom is playing where they can wait you out a little bit with that Vice util on the B site and use the initiators on the A to kind of gather space and info. You have to use your initiators solely.
Well, yeah, they do.
So
they
again,
need
the coordination combinations have to be really, really solid.
Oh boy.
Let's see if they're going to want to get aggressive.
Okay, it looks like they're going to dodge it though.
Jinbung and Mei right at the door. Oh my god.
Oh, this is our raid buster.
Looking for the crunch, and there's the reveal off the haunt. NC Slasher.
They could have a pretty cool. They could have a pretty cool defense with this comp.
DFM.
They probably struggle a little bit over towards middle and like Lux. So
oh my god, Mei.
If you boom, you want to like slow play.
Finds a second crossover at tiles. Shiro even taking a bit of damage. Jinbung.
That shock was great.
Entirety of that shock dart though, and now suddenly we're into a 2v2.
And they know where the Omen is because the Omen flash.
Swap out here
Oh no, there's their Omen flash.
Sprinting in from behind. Gonna ramp all the way to Gelato. Get this approach in from main.
I like this move from Art.
Now planted.
He's here pretty early.
Gen just with the classic here at Heaven.
Got to find good timing.
Yeah, he wants to get a kill first before he uses his salvos.
You can read this. You got some salvos.
Dude, these salvos are big.
Do it.
I think he wants to wait. Try to get a setup here. Concuss to try to lock them in perhaps. Either way, both players able to escape. Time now.
It's nice from Boom though, since they realize. They knew those salvos were coming.
Art looking for that second kill, finds the first, runs out of bullets. Doss9 the push forward.
No. How is it another 1v2, man?
They just can't make it happen.
Man. How?
Oh, man. That's just brutal.
It's the third 1v2 pistol.
Reading the positioning of his opponent. I mean, Doss9 has to reload. The right clicks for GN just go a little astray. It looked like it was
4-0
on
pistols.
GN should have it, and
dude, we had to have some composure.
I'm flattened.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
I'm basically on the floor right now.
Yeah. That's where I want to be.
I guess I'll sit up and
yeah.
Cast the all around.
I mean, okay. They held off the initial hit.
Some damage in, but now that they go pushing out of the smoke, it is just a meat grinder here on the site. Jen and Mei 1 apiece, but Shiro with 3.
So the ult's gonna be online.
Another 2-0 start here in the second half as they move up to double digits.
I mean, it is.
It's such a rough way to go, though.
Kind of funny to think about, though, that if one of those pistols or maybe 2 go the other way for DFM, this could be a very different match.
Yep.
It's just they aren't.
They were 6-6 on Fracture.
Yeah. I mean, if they
win that pistol,
if
it's a much different map.
If they win the first pistol, they don't give over the bonus, essentially, on this map.
How do we fix DFM? Isn't their pistol record
I mean, that's
absolutely shocking in comparison to their kickoff pistol record?
It's a painful way to have things go down in the last match of the stage for DFM, but credit to Boom. Their players are stepping up when they need to. They're finding their moments. Oh, speaking of, Berserks.
They showed it? Yeah, I remember speaking about it before, right? Didn't they have like a 72 in kickoff? And I can't even imagine what it is now.
Behind, the headshot dink onto Art. Into the spray down finish.
Well, there goes the buy rounds.
A 1v4, the door shut in his face.
It was a 70% 35, and dude, that may not even include this game, so maybe like 30.
God, what a turn from DOS9. Gets behind GN. I mean, they knew they had GN in that
no matter
smoke
what, that's like half the amount of pistols.
So
that's devastating.
He's just got to go on a
And in my opinion, like a good majority of this game can be decided from the pistols.
They take absolutely everything out of their grasp. It's another bonus
Dude,
conversion.
we might be able to nap before plat chat.
Boom. Look to bring this series,
Team Secret,
unfortunately, to a very fast conclusion.
Yeah. I mean, it just felt like that last pistol was the last gasp inside of DFM, and it got
discussed
away
yourself.
from them. The wind got knocked out of them, and
dude, the cast would have been yesterday. The cast would have been.
now you're just clamoring to try to do
actually,
something.
to be fair, I was talking about staying up all night. So maybe you guys are right.
Yeah.
It's beyond that. It's like the lungs have collapsed. There's no intake of oxygen possible at the moment.
Yep. They're just going to leave the spike behind and look for some aggressive plays. DFM has spent their money for this round. And Akame steps out and finds a nice kill on NC Slasher.
Again, positive step forward to start off the round. Need a hell of a lot more. What position over towards Pizza here?
Just hope Boom didn't peak too early so you make champs. I mean, this dude,
just gonna back away.
5 champ points this early.
Gonna hold things down here.
They're in an incredible spot.
Smoke to cover here for
All
Famous.
they have to do is like
Berserk's gonna keep Jinboom.
be relatively good in playoffs.
It's one.
Yeah.
But no wall bang shots coming through. Just clear on the flowers, stop the flash. Spots him on the exit, re-peeks, and Jinboom does get taken down. Art still situated here with the Guardian. May frantically spraying through the smoke. He's looking for any kind of contact he can get. Art on the peak. Spotting with the concuss. Not going to connect. 8 bullets remaining here in the mag. The first one going across. Finds it up on the DOS9. Eventually does get taken down, but the spike is now dropped away from Berserk.
Should be impossible, but
still with an opportunity to deal some damage, but won't be able to find it. Akame with a nice headshot. Keeps DFM afloat. Their first round here on the defending side. Scooped up.
That one looked pretty solid for them. Everybody kind of playing a bit of delay, buying time for the rest of the team to get there. A nice opener for Akame. Able to use that mid cubby very nicely. Saw it a lot from Boom. They were able to punish DFM in the first half. So Akame, yep, still got to keep fighting.
How different would this group have been if Bleeds had stayed in Pacific? Hey, everything would have been different. Aspas would have been in Pacific.
Game of it.
Like it would have.
Find your moment.
It would have been so
get
weird.
Some of that util to land. You can get pretty good Armageddon. A lot of open areas on this map where you can find some good opportunities. See if they can get there. But they don't have much info here. Oh, if he popped util.
Finds him before the flash comes in, turns from it as well. Sends out his own flash, goes swooping forward, but Akame able to steady the shot. Does go ahead and trade it back, a 1-for-1. Peeks out into mid. And
the effect would have been insane. Because MIBR then wouldn't have spent all that money to get Aspas, so they wouldn't have their team. Which means that Verno would have probably gone somewhere else.
Straight thing in, and GN is able to find it. Player advantage down here for the side of DFM. Akame
it would have been nuts.
Back, paranoid into the corner. Nebula gets
That's
popped,
just Aspas on his own.
It's going to be good for another kill before getting taken down. Push forward into the smoke. May gets
one. Someone else would be finishing top of their group because Boom wouldn't be there.
Spots the feet, gets the head. DFM looking a bit more awake now. 5 rounds to try to tie things up.
Yeah, and it's good follow-up plans for DFM in terms of, you know, they've got some support. They know that they've got some weaknesses in this composition, and that's one right there that Famous punishes nicely, but because you've got the backup from Akame, you're able to plug that hole. And then, I mean, Akame's playing this round just really, really well. Good smoke timing this time from GN to cover Akame as well. Set up for May, who plays that nicely, uses that one way of his own to set himself up for that last kill. Here we
Fast
go.
B with the
Oh,
Yoru.
from the Yoru.
It's looking to up the pace
His
here.
tail might just.
There's Armageddon. Looks to slow them up on the approach. There is a gap, however.
Yeah, this
so
is a little bit weird.
Back.
Famous is stuck on site
In
on
the
his
meantime,
own.
Famous has made his way into boats. Bit of damage onto Akame. Fragment to try to delay, but May going to be taken down here. Able to find one. Art spraying across. Comes up with two, but now the return fire. Still looking very solid. It's just Jien making his way across from the A site. The KO bleeding out on the floor. Fast res if he could get it, but they'll know the position and could spam for it, but yeah, cannot make it in time. So now a 1v2 to try to prevent Boom from getting up to match point.
Could use your util, either cover or clear the boat's position. Opts to make sure that A main is
Oh my goodness.
under control. Gets a little damage.
Couple shots towards Famous, but does he read this behind the box at all from DOS9?
Doesn't look like it. Oh.
He's very low. He's looking for it, but turns away at the worst possible moment. DOS9 will collect.
6 chances.
And boom, we'll move up now.
Money.
12-6
Yeah, the
match
money's
point
good.
is theirs.
Yeah, nice effort, but you know, this util, it stalls, it delays, but you're not really able to do much else. Trying to get that Odin into a spot where it can stop this execute. And he gets a couple kills, but DOS9 is just too clean, man. Him and Famous combining nicely to break through the defenses of DFM. DFM threw everything they had at that entrance. I mean, a grab well, the Armageddon, the salvos, and it still wasn't enough. Boom is still able to break through with a lot of good gunfire in general. Now May with an op. 6 in a row is what's going to take just for Otia. Great flash.
Flash connecting, and he is strafing right into this ultimate. Nowhere to go.
Guys, ult's too
odds
strong, man.
protect
This
stats
whole
against
kid
him.
is too busted.
Spike planted.
Please, Riot.
The op finds
It's
nothing.
absolutely
Back
messed
behind
up,
the box
man.
here, Art trying to
It's
avoid the
by
suppress,
far
but
the best agent
will
in
get
the
stuck
game
up.
by a clear
Tucked into
mile.
the corners,
We
this
gotta
is
do
going to be
something.
infested.
The ult is too
Berserk's
good.
looking to take
The
their weapons away.
salvos
Famous
do
finds
too much
Jin's
damage.
Art
They
on
come
the
online
floor.
too
Akame
fast.
can only fight back
The
for
stun,
one more, and now
stun's
it's just
okay.
Jien.
The stun's pretty cool.
The headshot.
The drone lasts 2 times longer than any other drone and is invisible.
Will take their final series
And
here of the group
it
stage.
suppresses you.
Damn near flawless fashion.
We get
A
3
2-0
salvos into every single round. Surely we
conclude
need to
this.
look at this agent.
Is the very much the #1
Nicely done
team
from Boom.
in their group. 5-0 going into the
Dude,
playoffs.
5-0.
They are the team to beat.
5-0.
The only team
We would have thought
that's gonna
that at
be
the
able to
beginning
boast
as well. Beasts.
the undefeated scoreline in the group's